Hello, friends. The 769th day of the war between Russia and Ukraine continues. Today in Russia, drones attacked the city of Yelabuga and its surroundings in the Republic of Tatarstan. In the video of the drone strike near Yelabuga, where the Russians, among other things, are assembling Shahed drones, it is noticeable that the drone crashes among buildings that look like administrative ones. The Russians announced their arrival at the hostel, a complex of 8 hostels, which was built for employees of the Special Economic Zone and students of the local college. The video from the impact site actually shows destroyed buildings that look like hostels. One of the videos of the consequences of the arrival showed the name of the company that owns the damaged building, Heron. The registers indicate that this is a company that sells auto parts and carries out vehicle repairs. Russian telegram channels write that the drone missed past a drone production plant and missed 2 buildings, crashing into hostels. Ukrainian media, citing sources, previously wrote that the main intelligence directorate of Ukraine took responsibility for the strike, but have not yet reported the results of the arrival. The second arrival, according to Russian authorities, was in the neighboring city of Nizhnekamsk. An oil refinery there was attacked, however, according to the city mayor. The drone was suppressed by jamming devices and did not cause any destruction. I note that this is one of the longest attacks, more than 1,100 kilometers from the Ukrainian border to Yelabuga. Ukrainian military expert Zhdanov believes that Ukraine will continue to attack the Russian production of Shahed drones if today's first attack failed to disrupt the technological process. If Ukrainian intelligence confirms that the goal has been achieved and, let's say, the technological process has been disrupted, then, until it is restored, there is no point in repeating the attack. If the technological process has been preserved, then yes, it makes sense to repeat it, he said. Have also said, with reference to the head of the security service, Malyuk, that Ukraine will continue attacks on Russia's energy infrastructure, including fuel complex enterprises, despite calls from the United States not to do so. He believes that Russian factories and design bureaus that develop weapons could also become Ukraine's targets. Regarding the Russians' statement that today's drone strikes on Tatarstan did not lead to disruption of the technological process at the enterprises. There is a fundamental difference in that after attacks on their economic facilities, Ukraine and Russia declare. The Russians comment sparingly on the damage and often state either that all drones or missiles were shot down, or the damage is minimal and will be eliminated soon. But Ukraine, as a rule, does exactly the opposite. So after the March raids on the Ukrainian energy sector, there was a whole series of statements that the damage had been enormous and it would take years to eliminate it. But there is an opinion that this is a deliberately exaggerated estimate of the damage in order to create the impression among the Russians that the job is done, the object is disabled, and there is no need to hit it anymore. That is, the goal is to protect the object from new attacks. It is unknown how reliable this opinion is, but there is a certain logic in it. By the way, the Russians, it seems, are also beginning to use a similar practice. For example, since the March attacks, there have been few reports on how Russian oil refineries are being repaired or whether they have resumed operations. Meanwhile, in the Avdiivka sector in the Berdychi area, a high tempo of hostilities continues. Russian troops continue to press along Centralna Street. In Semenivka, fighters of the Ukrainian Armed Forces inflicted fire damage on enemy personnel, which is why the advance of the Russians is recorded in an area up to 200 meters wide and to a depth of up to 470 meters. West of Tonenke, Russian troops continue assault operations with the support of armored vehicles in the direction of Umanske. The enemy has partial success along 2 forest belts to a depth of 8 to 30 meters. In yesterday's video, I reported on the Russians' use of ground-based drones with an AGS-17 automatic grenade launcher. Today, the Ministry of Digital Transformation of Ukraine showed the work of our kamikaze robot Ratel S. It blew up a bridge in the village of Ivanivsky, which is west of Bakhmut, where Russia is advancing. Such a robot is reported to carry anti-tank mines or a weapon station that can blow up a tank or dugout. Friends, preparing these daily reports has become my full-time job, and I have no other job for obvious reasons. There have been few views on the channel lately, which is why I ask for your help. If you have the opportunity to support me financially, I would be very grateful. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.